Can you find the perimeter of a right triangle if you only know one side? It sounds impossible, right? But here's an interesting geometry puzzle that will show you how mathematics can reveal hidden solutions. Here we have a right triangle, and we are given that its perpendicular side has a length of 4 units. Our goal is to find the perimeter of this triangle. Notice that we only know about one side of the triangle, and there are many possible right triangles we could form with this information. However, we will find one specific solution by using a clever algebraic approach that reveals a beautiful mathematical pattern. So, let's start by labeling the right triangle. We'll call this side as A, which is our perpendicular or height, and this equals 4 units. This is what we're given. Now, this side here is side B, which is our base, and we don't know this yet. And finally, this longest side is side C, our hypotenuse, which is also unknown. Here, we apply the Pythagorean theorem. Now, for any right triangle, the Pythagorean theorem states that c squared equals a squared plus b squared. Here, c is the hypotenuse, and that's the longest side, where a and b are the two legs of the triangle. Let's substitute our known value. We know that a equals 4, so we can write c squared equals 4 squared plus b squared. Now, 4 squared is 16, so this becomes c squared equals 16 plus b squared. Now, let's rearrange this equation. If we subtract b squared from both sides, we get c squared minus b squared equals 16. Now here we use a clever algebraic trick. Look at the left side of our equation. We have c squared minus b squared. We can factor this by using a special identity called the difference of squares. The difference of squares identity tells us that if we have a squared minus b squared, we can write it as a plus b times a minus b. So, applying this identity to our equation, and the left side, c squared minus b squared, becomes c plus b times c minus b. And this side equals 16. So, our equation becomes c plus b times c minus b equals 16. Now, we need to find the factor pairs of 16. So, what are all the ways we can multiply two numbers to get 16? Well, these are all the possible factor pairs of 16. Now, here's the key insight. Since c is the hypotenuse and b is one of the legs, we know that c must be greater than b. This means that c plus b will always be greater than c minus b. This is an important point, and keep this in mind. Now, let's examine each factor pair and see which ones satisfy this condition. First, let's check 1 times 16. If c minus b equals 1 and c plus b equals 16, does this work? Yes, because 16 is greater than 1, so this satisfies our condition. Next, 2 times 8. If c minus b equals 2 and c plus b equals 8, does this work? Oh yes, 8 is greater than 2, so this also works. Now, 4 times 4. If c minus b equals 4 and c plus b also equals 4, does this work? No, this is impossible because c plus b must be greater than c minus b, but here they're equal, so we reject this pair. Now, what about 8 times 2? Here, c minus b would be 8 and c plus b would be 2. But wait, 2 is less than 8, and that violates our condition completely, so we reject this one too. And finally, 16 times 1. Here, c minus b would be 16, and c plus b would be 1. Again, 1 is less than 16, so this doesn't work either. So, we have two valid pairs for this solution. Now, let's work with the first one. This gives us two equations, c plus b equals 16. Let's name this equation as 1, and c minus b equals 1, we name this equation as 2. Now we are going to solve these two equations to find the values of b and c. Here's what we'll do. We'll add these two equations together. So it becomes c plus b plus c minus b equals 16 plus 1. Now look what happens on the left side. We have c plus b plus c minus b. This positive b and this negative b cancel each other, and leaving us with c plus c. And by adding these, it becomes 2c. Now look at the right side. We add 16 plus 1, and it gives us 17. So we have 2c equals 17. Now, to find c, we simply divide both sides by 2. So c equals 17 divided by 2. And by dividing 17 by 2, it gives us c equals 8.5 units. Great! We have the value of c. Now let's find b. We'll substitute c equals 8.5 back into equation 1. Remember, equation 1 says c plus b equals 16. So we write 8.5 plus b equals 16. To solve for b, we subtract 8.5 from both sides. This gives us b equals 16 minus 8.5, which equals 7.5 units. Perfect! We've found both values. Now, we have all three sides of our right triangle. Let's list them out. Side A, our perpendicular, equals 4 units. Side B, our base, equals 7.5 units. And side C, our hypotenuse, equals 8.5 units. We know that the perimeter is simply the sum of all three sides. So, let's add them up. 4 plus 7.5 plus 8.5. 4 plus 7.5 gives us 11.5. And 11.5 plus 8.5 equals 20. Therefore, the perimeter of our right triangle is 20 units. And that is our required result. I hope you found this video helpful. If you did, please like and subscribe to our channel for more. Thanks, and good luck.